Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you guys are doing good. Today we are going to talk about a very specific niche thing that I'm very interested in. It is called zines. A zine is a small self-published and often handmade publication that typically focuses on niche topics, personal expression and subcultures. Zines are usually produced in limited quantities and distributed throughout independent channels rather than mainstream publishing. The best thing about a zine is that you can have a few art supplies that we have right now with us. We have a cutting board, we have a ruler, and we have a cutter, and obviously some paper, and from that we can put everything together and make a zine, and that's what we are going to do today. So the first time that I got to know what a zine was not in art school, unfortunately. I was in Pakistan and I saw this post by this community page, Karachi, and they were doing a zine workshop, and I signed up for it. Over there they were different kinds of people, some of them were not even artists, and the whole idea was that we had a lot of collage paper stuff around us. We had some markers, some pens, some scissors, some glue, and they were like, you know what, pick a topic, it could be anything, and you can make a zine about it. And the best thing was that we were actually making these one-page zines, right? So the whole thing is that you take an A4 paper and you divide that into 8 pieces, and then you basically fold it up in a way that it becomes a very small booklet. In that workshop, I made my first ever zine, and I loved the idea that I was treating it like a comic, right? Because it had parts from page 1 to 8. And obviously when you're thinking about publishing something or a magazine or a booklet, there's so many processes to it, and you have to use InDesign, and I hate InDesign. After that, I kind of started researching into what zines are and stuff, and people also have these digital zines. So there are different ways people use them for themselves. So the first one that I made, it was called Dreams, and it was made with collage stuff. After that, I made the same one, but digitally I made everything, and I posted that online. So I've been using zines a lot, and I like to integrate that into specific projects. There was this event that we were doing with Spotify, and for them we made a digital zine which kind of highlighted artists from different eras. And recently we have been using it for our collection, our Ajeeb Collective collection. So this is a hoodie that I made last year for the winter collection, which was called Dal Chawal, and whenever someone buys this hoodie, they get our Dal Chawal zine. Now the whole idea for this zine is it literally has different type of artworks that kind of complement the whole vision that I had about this hoodie. And Ali made it, and Ali is a talented designer. I'm gonna put his Instagram here. So I recently got a zine for myself. It's called Bits and Bobs. It is by Jesse Nyberg, who is a graphic designer and also a YouTuber. This zine is absolutely amazing. He launched these limited edition ones. I ordered them for myself, and it has just experimental artworks. I love how each page has a different poster, and all of this kind of makes you really get to know the artist a little bit more. So the whole idea is that you can use this medium to kind of express yourself, create something, tell a story, or whatever that is. So next month I'm dropping a poster collection on ajeebcollective.com, and the whole idea is that whenever someone buys a poster, I want to give them a zine, and that zine kind of talks about that specific collection. And the collection focuses on Urdu and Arabic typography and Urdu and Arabic words, and I want to talk about how I take a word and I create something out of it, right? That's the whole process that I'm kind of experimenting with the series. So we are going to make a zine for that, and we are going to make it on A4. So there are a lot of different ways to make a zine. We're starting with the one-page zine right now. If you look at this page that I printed out, you can see that some information is flipped and some information is not, and basically this is the first page and this is the last page, and they're together. So how we kind of fold it will make sense to you. So we take this, we fold it halfway, and then you create this thing, right? When you do this, it basically gives you this structure, which is this is the first page. We open it, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and this is the last one. And you can see why this is next to this. So we will take this structure into Photoshop, and we will start designing everything over there, and at the end we'll print one A4 page and fold it in this specific way. So yeah, let's go. This is what we will follow in terms of back page, front page, and blah blah. So we have the sequence in mind. Now there are different ways. I'm going to provide this in the description of the video so you guys can download this for yourself too. Now the thing is that it's basically like different A4 pages. Now how we can go about it is like that we can start making things here and flip it around and stuff. I personally don't like to do that. What I'll do is, so this is going to be the main structure. Let's make another one. And we can make 8 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Amazing. Now let's start off with the cover. So the title is going to have the word alfaz, because the word alfaz is understood in both Arabic and Urdu, right? And for this, so when I'm making all of these posters of mine, the main idea is that I start off with Illustrator because I have more control over type, and from that I basically, let me just quit everything. By the way, if you guys want to stay updated with our community and what we're doing, so you guys can join our Slack channel. You can see that there's so many people in our community who are part of our boot camps, who are just part of the Ajeeb community. We share our stuff. I obviously talk about some of my videos over here, and Maham just shared some of the brushes. So people just share random stuff, and we just talk about art and stuff. People also share their work in the feedback channels, so we can give them feedback, and then we have a general section to just talk about the updates with Ajeeb. I want to make the cover of this page, and I want the word alfaz to be there, right? And I want to make it in a font that can work. Oh, this looks good. I want to make it 3D because most of my posters are just me experimenting with a lot of like the 3D buttons in Illustrator basically. This looks good. I think it could be alfaz and it could say art collection at the bottom. So yeah, let me just make it into a interesting color. No, effect, 3D materials, and let's extrude and okay, amazing. This looks good. And let's twist it a bit and see how does that look. It does look good inflated though, and maybe a material could work also. Let's say if I like this this one. Oh, this material is beautiful. You could use this, and we could do something like this. I like the nice curve thing happening. And let's change this color to maybe, yeah, this looks good. I like this. This actually looks pretty cool. I'm gonna take this to Photoshop. Let's remove this and let's add it as a smart object. And I think the best thing is that this is not a poster. So like when I'm making zines, I don't really think about so many things when I think about like the fundamentals of design, the layouts and whatever. I just try to have fun with it in every way possible. So I think this looks, actually this doesn't look good. I need to maybe play around with the depth a bit. What if I change the font to maybe Nastalik? Okay, this looks good. I just think I don't want I think this is not helping, like the twist is not helping us. Okay, this looks pretty good. I can experiment with it more. I can actually go to adjustments and like posterize, no, not posterize, adjustment, and let's go to threshold. Yeah, I love this. And at the bottom, I can write art collection. So right now, I think we need to fix the color thing. We can do that later or at the same time, but I do like the yellow. I'm going to keep it, right? And for example, for the second page, now the thing is I can reference this at the same time. So the first page and the last page are connected. So I could have these both as like the same color. Like, booklets have, like, for example, the zine that I was showing you, this one, they both have the same color. So I'm going to stick with this, like as like a yellow as like our main color. So let's add that in the background also, right over here. Perfect, right? And let's change the color for this one. And once we open this is the part where I want to kind of talk about a little bit more about the collection, right? Okay, on the second page, I made this element for the Noor poster, and I want to use that actually. Control C, and I can take that and I can put this here as like a full screen. Yes. Okay, so this is the first page. This is the second page. It's a ladder and it has text behind it which says do we need a ladder to go on top, which is kind of referencing this poster. We have an English translation over here, even though it's not that readable, but it's a nice beautiful element. So we start off with this. The third page, I want to actually have one of the posters just over here. So okay, so now we are on the third page, right? Now let me show you how it looks on the booklet. So we have done the first page, right? This is the first page, the art collection home, the title page. We open it, we have this blue artwork, and we have a blue artwork over here. And then this blue and this blue, they're kind of on the same thing. So I'm thinking over here, maybe we can have another blue artwork that kind of maybe has the nude poster. And then we, when we turn again, then we have like two other pages. That could be the black poster, which is this poster that I made, right? Right next to it, I want to actually have some of the experimentations I did in Illustrator that helped me make. So I started with this thing, by the way, and then after that I started experimenting and using this in a 3D space. So I ended up making these shapes which helped me make this poster. So I think these two pages look amazing. So we have the covers, second page, third page, fourth, fifth, 6, 7, and then 8 would be the final page. So let's not. And over here, I think I can have some other artworks also. Yeah, I want to take both of these on this side. Okay. And this could just play this part. For the final page, I want to have a text which says Khatam or final or finished. Okay, so now for the very last page of the zine, I want to have the text Khatam, which is finished. So what I'll do is, I did this thing for a project, for one of the posters of the collection is Dunyadari, in which I basically made some text, made it as a material, and I wrapped it around an object. Now this is very basic 3D, but this is how it works. So let's say I make a circle, right? And let's make it yellow for now. And let's go to Effect, 3D, and let's revolve it. So we have like a nice thing. I'll go to Material, and what I've done is, in Material you can basically, for example, if I have this text, right, I can just add it in my materials. It's already over here, right? So what I can do is I can just select on this, and I can go and select this text. Now this is wrapped on this. Now I can play around with like how I want it to be, and I can create like weird shapes. Now for example, if I have this, right, this looks beautiful, and I can go to Object, and I can go to Expand Wireframes. Now I can even have like a weird thing. So I think this is it. We have all of our pages for our zine. Now honestly, the only page that I really want to work on is the first page. I think I'll spend a bit more time on it, but we have everything. Now the good thing is, just before we start off, I like this concept so much that I've saved it over here, that can actually work for like an actual poster. And maybe I can work more on the texturing and everything, but everything just looks very cool. So yeah, so now what we have to do is structure these and save them. So what I really like to do is, I don't like take artboards. I basically save all of them into JPEGs, and I'll take all of them and put them over here. Perfect, thank you so much. So I have my zine printed on a paper, and now the thing is that mostly printers give you like this white outline. So for one of these, we will remove the white outline. For the first one, I actually want to work on this. We will have a white outline, but it's totally fine. So we'll start off with folding this, and then we will, cut in the middle and actually finish this. So let's do that. So usually I do like a basic fold. After that, you can use other things, but I use my ruler to actually straighten it out so it becomes beautiful, as you can see. Okay, amazing. So we have all of our folds done. They are almost perfect. If not perfect, that's totally fine. And now we are going to cut it in the middle. this is a very important thing. So let's do that. So we have our cut in the middle. Now this is the part where we fold it. This, oh, and here it is. Do this, and then we can close this. And look at this. This just came out amazingly. So this is it, guys. So this is how we make a zine. So happy how this came out. Now imagine like if someone buys a print and I'm like, you know what, this is something that comes out of it, and you can kind of go through this and you can have so much more context and have like a souvenir from me, that talks about my art and stuff.